I'm James Session. I have a rubbish company, Session and Son. I work in Detroit in the suburban area, and I've been doing it for a while.
Okay.
So what are we doing today?
We're gonna go pick up a few stops over on West McNichols.
I am Wayman Session, son of James Session, and I guess second in charge of Session and Son.
Hi, I'm Justin Session. I am the grandson of James Session and the son of Wayman. I help run our family business. Session & Son is a minority family-owned business based in the city of Detroit.
So we provide the dumpsters for the businesses and also do the dumping.
Okay.
You know, monthly or daily, weekly, however they need it.
All right.
So what's a day-to-day like for you?
Waking up early.
Yeah, I heard 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
So you're not waking up at 5, like you're starting your workday at 5.
Yeah, a lot of days. Yeah, wake up early. Like I said, get to make sure the trucks is ready to roll.
You know, we have to get the truck started in the morning, and I usually do that because I'm usually working every day.
Go over the day-to-day operations. That's what's going to take place that day.
And then we talk during the day, you know, if anything changes or anything comes up.
We try to make everything go smoothly.
And just pick it up and just try not to spill anything.
Typical day for me, it varies. So since I'm in school, I have in my dorm room, I have an office phone set up with everything so I can get the business calls. So then when I'm home during the summer on break, I'll do more driving or, you know, working on cans or at the yard, unloading or sorting loads or just pretty much whatever needs to be done.
You said you've been doing this for a while. When did you get started and what got you into the business?
When I first started, I used to work part-time
Okay.
with my brother and a friend of his for another company. And I used to just work on weekends. That's where I was introduced to it, I guess. But that was all hand loading back in them days. That's before containers came out. See, they used to keep it in their back room. You know, take it out to the truck and throw it over the side. If we couldn't throw it over the side, he would stand there and put it up high as he could get it, and I had to reach down and take it and back up and just fall in the truck with the box. Then we got into the trucks, because trucks came out. We was able to buy one, and then we got a couple of drivers, and we was moving pretty good. Drivers was tearing up the equipment,
Oh no.
and we was fixing the equipment. They was tearing it up, and when we looked around, we didn't have no equipment. They threw them all up. We didn't have no money, and so we almost lost everything.
So how did you deal with those challenges, you know, and overcome them to still be here?
Well, we just kept working at it, you know, so it sort of went back to me and him again. So we just messed around with that for a few years, and then I told him I ought to try to get one of the old trucks fixed. So I saved some money and got one of the trucks fixed. Got a motor in it, and I started that business back.
Now tell me about how you brought your son and later grandson into the fold. Did you always know that you wanted it to be a
No.
family business?
Nope.
Oh,
I
how did that
didn't
come
think I
about?
would be around this long.
Really? So tell me how that came about then.
Well, as the business grew, you know, and I might needed some help that day, and by him growing up around it, he knew pretty much how it goes. So he started helping me when he could.
Well, actually, I was born into the family business at a young age, as far as I can remember. Weekends, my friends playing, I'm throwing garbage. Originally, it was just kind of helping them. You know, and then I just kind of grew into every day, driving when I get off work, and it turned into every day.
Right.
And then after that, I just, you know, took more of an interest and wanted to grow it, and yeah, it turned into a lot more.
So when did you know that you wanted to help out and be involved with the family business?
When my granddad first started taking me with him, that's when I don't remember exactly how old I was, but I would, you know, come over to my grandma's house and wake up 9 or 10 o'clock at night and stay out all night. I would take blanket and pillow. I would sleep in the truck and just being with him and then in the trucks, and I just kept doing it, and that's what I want to do.
I got him when he was real young, but I didn't think he would still be around now. Truthfully, I didn't really want him to get in this business.
Really? Now why is that?
You know, I figured he was too smart for this business.
So tell me then, the fact that he did get into the business and is still part of the business all these years later, working with you and your son, what does that mean to you?
Well, I feel good about it now, you know, and hopefully that I would like for them to stay, you know, if they want to stay and grow it or do whatever.
Okay.
Because, you know, everything is, you know, pretty much in place.
I wanted to grow the company, not just for me, but I want to show my granddad, like, this is what we can have. Like, I want him to be able to enjoy the money and stuff that, you know, we can have without, you know, with him here. I'm studying business management, and I went into that because, like, I've been taught how to drive trucks and operate them, but nobody ever went to school to get the actual, like, corporate side. But my dad and granddad have done a great job to keep it going this long. But now that everything has changed, it's not the same as it was when they were doing it. So now I can give that corporate side that, you know, the bigger companies have, and I can be that much more competitive in the business.
Say if you want to see where all the containers are, you hit map it, and this will bring up where everything, any container that's out, it'll show you where it is. I was looking into it, but my cousin actually found this system box tracker, and it's real good. It tracks the truck wherever you go. As long as this is on, it'll show where your truck is.
What are some of the major changes from then to now that you see that have taken place within your business?
Just kind of how we do things, how it kind of started out, you know, hand loading and evolved into trucks, front load and roll off trucks.
It was more competitive, a lot more than it was when I started back. So the dog eat dog now.
A lot of people want to deal with a small company, but they want you to do it at just a bare minimum because you're not the larger company. They can do it for this. Well, I can't do that. You know, that they're nationwide, like I'm giving you, but I can give you the service.
I feel like there's a fine line, you know, between the two. Of course, you always want the best deal, but sometimes the personal touch is lost when you are dealing with these larger corporations.
Yes, it is. I think it's a fine line between pricing and the personal part of it.
I just try to treat my customers good and keep in contact with them, sort of. They have complaints, try to, you know, take care of those.
How have things changed with your grandson being a part of the business that you never could have thought of before?
Just him being in the business, he, you know, being able to talk to a lot of salesmen and
Interacting with them, like my granddad, like he said, you always have to have that relationship with them. And as we got bigger, and it was just him and my dad, it was hard for them to keep up that personal relationship with driving and stuff. So I guess I could more be like the personal relations and just satisfying them, talking to them.
you know, I don't think I would have been able to handle that as well as him. But he seems to really go at it, and they love talking to him. And I love for them to talk to him, because I don't think I would be a conversationalist like he is.
Tell me about some of the business nuggets that you've learned from your dad along the way.
Try to be honest. You know, give your word. If you say you're going to do something, do it. You know, don't, just be fair.
He always said, if you service them, the business will come. You don't have to advertise or anything. If you can pick them up and give them the best service you can give them, people will call. And that's how we've, you know, got this far. We haven't done any marketing, any advertisement, anything. It's all based off word of mouth.
So based on the legacy that my dad has created, I think a lot of customers come to us, you know, based on the name.
So when you think of collecting garbage and dumpsters, Session is what should come to mind.
Yes.
Okay,
Absolutely.
That's great. Session and Son is what
Yes,
should
Session
come
and
to
Son,
mind.
absolutely.
And what are some things that you've learned from your dad in the business?
Driving. Driving, yeah. He showed me, like, I learned from my granddad, but my dad is like all about efficiency. Instead of going like over here to do a stop and over here to do a stop, he'll put it in order, do it this way, operate it this way, and you'll be more efficient.
So what does it mean to you to do business here in the city of Detroit?
Well, it means a lot for me to do business here in Detroit, because I was born and raised here. And I talk to a lot of people that say that family name, you know, and that makes me feel good. Say, man, Session, you used to live out here on 8 Mile. I said, yeah, that's where I was born and raised. He said, man, I be seeing your name all over the city. And that makes me feel sort of good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm over here beaming like they're saying my name. That sounds like a good feeling. Yeah.
It makes me feel good, proud to provide a service in the city, that I grew up in and watched it go from here to here and all in between. So it feels good. It feels good.
Do you see retirement in your future anytime soon?
Do people still do that?
Oh, they still retire.
Just everything. I wish the day would come where I could step back a little bit. I wouldn't want to say I can get out, and stop. But if I could get a few days off now and then, I think I would like that.
Yes, my dad started Session and Son back in 1991 and brought me aboard, and hopefully I could keep the legacy going and pass it on and on to the future.
They've shown me that a black business can succeed. You work hard at it, you will achieve what you want.
Call us. We will provide excellent service.
Yeah, I feel confident that they would be able to handle the business. I think to perfection, from what I've seen from them already, that I'm pretty sure that they'd be able to handle it.